Hello, everyone. I am not sure if anybody will be here today, seeing as how I just really come back, but I'm hoping a few of you will be coming in to visit with me. Um, I am here. I am just trying to get all of the little odds and ends of things done that you have to do when you go live. Okay, everything seems to be working. Everything, of course, had to be reset simply because um, the what do I want to say? The computer hadn't been used in I don't know how many months, a couple months. Um, the so neither had any of my uh, apps or anything like that. So they all had to be signed back into again, which is just one of those things that happens. Um, While I was out, I got a new little flower press, and I need some papers and some more cardboards cut for it. So while I'm waiting for people to come in before I do my little journal page, I am going to um, do that little chore just to um, get it done. Uh, we, of course, came back from our trip to have all kinds of things go wrong. um, the wash machine wouldn't work. We spent 4 days fussing with that, taking the water out manually and putting the water back in and taking the water out again. Um, it was a pump, and luckily Jeffrey could fix it, which the garbage can is too far away. It's always good. Hi, Sharon. Yay. Yeah, I'm back, sort of. I don't know. I don't know how well I'm back. That's the thing. Um, the wash machine, it took about 4 days for us to figure out exactly what was wrong and Jeff to go get the part. And the other thing is when you have a front load wash machine, it's just not fun to fix things. um he had to take everything completely apart. It's like a 11-step process to get to the pump that he needed to replace. uh So not only did he have to take it apart, but then of course, he has to put it back together, and that took a bit. Um, but he fixed it, and it was just a $46 pump. But hopefully that doesn't happen again for a while. So then the other thing that was wrong is the first night we were back. Yeah, we got back on Sunday. Yeah. Um, it had been raining here. That nasty kind of cold, like it is today, actually. Cold, wet, yucky rain. And so I went to turn the furnace on just to take the wet out of the house. If you take that damp out of the house, it gets better. And furnace wouldn't come on. So, okay, broke a wash machine, broke a furnace. Yeah. Now, we had gotten hit by lightning. I think y'all knew that right before we left. And they came out and they fixed it all because it melted the circuit board. I mean, it literally, all the little metal pieces on the circuit board, they were dripping, kind of thing. Um, so it really melted it. Okay, is this thing the same? Yeah. So they replaced that circuit board and they got the air conditioner all fixed because it was 100 degrees here, basically. And so anyways, uh, I called them and they came. He was actually 5 minutes away from here when he got the call. So he came right over, and it was just a funny little switch with the gas. We have natural gas, and the switch was like almost on, but not completely on. So that wasn't a big issue once they came. Yes. Well, but then Sharon, wait, this is the next one. Okay. So I had called my mom, but I'd been busy with the wash machine and this and that. She had called me and told me, or when I first called her and told her they had stopped serving meals in the dining room because several of the clients in the assisted living center had COVID. So everybody was having meals in their room, et cetera, et cetera. So I told her I wasn't coming over because that's the last thing I need to do, right? So then, hi, Julie. Um, so then, uh, Friday, a week ago, last Friday, um, I finally got, all the wash machine sorted out and everything. So she called me. She said, I have COVID. So mom had COVID. So I had to run around Friday and try to get her some meds and all that good, lovely stuff. And yeah, it's just been one of those. It's like, okay, I'm going back on vacation because, why should I stay home if this is what it's going to be like? But yeah, Julie, I'm here. We're going to do a little journal page in a little bit, but for just a minute, I'm just cutting some little papers. When I do press flowers, I like to. There's cardboards in the thing, and I need to cut some more cardboard too. But I like to use little sheets of paper on the cardboard because then you can separate and you can put more flowers in the press. So that's why I'm cutting um, little pages to go in the new flower press. That's what I'm doing. Um, and I was just kind of waiting to see if a few more people would come in before I did my little journal page, but I'll do that. I've always done this with paper like this, and this is just what do I want to call it? Copy paper. Although this one feels a little heavier than some. And why is that? Huh, that's weird. Is this one too small? Or this one's too big? That one's too big. I must have cut that one funny. So I was talking and not paying attention. How about that? I messaged Lisa the other day. She's driving today. She messaged me. She would have liked to have me come back last week on Thursday, but I just, with everything going on, I just didn't have it in me. So, and that's what happened last Sunday. I was gonna try, and then I thought, no, I'm not gonna push because if I do, then I won't have a good time. And this was an absolute disaster. Hello, Barbara. I had stuff everywhere. So it was just better to wait and that way it's more fun anyways. I'm going to do a little journal page in just a few minutes, Barbara. You going to be able to stick around or do you have to go off? Okay, what is that? That way's right. How did I get that wrong? That's interesting. It's off by like 1/8 of an inch, yeah. Okay. Go slow. I move too fast. You got to make the morning last. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, um, I did get, if you didn't see it, I did get a little bit of a haul done last night for last night. I gotta empty this thing. I have found that if I don't empty this thing fairly often, it gets really jammed in there. I had to get a pokey tool and get it out last time, so. Hi, Violet. I didn't see Violet come in. I looked down and then looked back up. Okay, well, I think I can cut those cardboards after a while. I'll do my page now. Let's see what we have to do to find our book. That's the other thing, is finding everything. Aha, the book is right where I can find it. Yes. Okay. Oh dear, I didn't. Of course, I saw. I've got to go look. see what they have. Uh, the fact that we had to have a pool noodle, um, was just ridiculous. It was just so funny to try to find a pool noodle in October, and we couldn't find one and couldn't find one, couldn't find one. And then when we started finding them, we found whole boxes of them. That was what the funny part was. There's also some new. Sorry, guys, I'm turning off the autofocus, is the deal. There we go. I forgot to do that part. Barbara, they had, when we did finally found them, we got purple ones. They had purple, lime green, and orange ones in a box. And now they have red, white, and green ones. I think what they're doing is putting out pool noodles to make wreaths and stuff with. So they're putting them out as more of as a craft accessory, even though they're a pool noodle. Because once we found the one, we found them everywhere. So that's been, I thought that was kind of weird, but that was the case. So let's put that up there. But we kind of, we just kept looking and thinking, well, maybe we could find one. I was looking to see. This is just a little. There's some. I'm just looking for stuff because I actually cleaned my desk off because it was such a trash pit. So I'm just looking to see what I've got on my table. This is a little thing. Of course, I have these pieces of paper now. Let's look in our little box, see what we can find. That's a new punch. That says Missouri. What is this? Just a piece of paper. I'm just looking for stuffs, guys. Just don't know what yet. Plumbing department and hardware store place will have pipe noodles. Bit denser than pool noodles, but still usable. Yes, Violet. The pool noodles though stay on better than the pipe noodles. The pipe noodles are already split to go around a pipe. So when you put them on the edge of the camper, they don't stay on quite as well. Pool noodles last a couple years. Probably, well, we've had this rig for 4 years, and those were the original noodles we had on it. So, that is one reason why we're looking for pool noodles. When you slit it with a knife, it seems to stay on a little better. These are kind of cool. That's a big feather. And we weren't desperate for them. They were just to protect Jeff's head. He has a habit of banging into the corners on the camper. You know where our slides go out? They hit him in the head. He just can't seem to remember to duck for some reason. That's kind of cool. I don't know what I'm going to use yet, guys. I'm just digging. Hi, Andrea. You're eyeing off my bees. Oh, the bees. Somebody sent me this in Happy Mail. It was a bigger piece. It's tissue paper. And I can't remember who sent it. That's not good when you can't remember. Use those noodles for rolling up quilts for storage. Yes. Yeah, poodle noodles have a lot. You know, let me see. Back when Jeffrey was building my greenhouse, I'm gonna have to cut that. We went hunting for white pool noodles because he's going to use them. I really like that piece of bark. To right at the top of the greenhouse wall, there's a gap where the roof comes over it in between every so often. And when it gets cold, he's going to use pool noodles to shove in there because we need that airspace in the summertime, but it's too cold in the wintertime. So we hunted a bunch of pool noodles back a while ago. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just pulling out junk from this thing. Oh, that's the whole roll. Hi, Sherry. Okay, we're going to see what this will do. I don't know that it will do anything, but we're going to see what it will do. I hope I didn't miss anybody coming in, and I have to deal with this thumbnail, so I'll be right back here. I need to get some glue out and glue it together. But for the meantime, we'll get it cut off. I missed y'all too. We had a good time. We didn't get as far north in Maine as we wanted to go. There was an issue with the time of year, which we didn't realize we would have. Hi, Kathy. Well, it's, the holiday weekend, Julie. So it's a good day to have family back together. We didn't realize that in the Northeast, they have a habit of closing their campgrounds on Columbus Day. Now, we spent a lot of years in South Dakota, and they didn't close the campgrounds until the end of October. So having them closing on Columbus Day meant that we couldn't go as far north as we had wanted to. Because if it's super cold or super hot, we kind of need a plug-in. Not only that, there's not as many Corps of Engineers parks and places like that that you can camp without plug-ins up there. So we kind of had to rethink how late in the year we were going to be. So we only went about to mid-Maine. We camped just east of Bangor. And we went out to the coast. So of course we went to Acadia, and we went all along the coast in different directions. We went to the furthest most eastern place in the United States, which I think is called Eastport. Is what it was. I'm looking for a page if you guys don't realize that. You may go and live in us? Yeah, that's right. It's just like family, Julie. I agree. We saw a lot of Maine in the fact that we spent a big chunk of time. We took the Jeep up a mountain. We really enjoyed ourselves. I mean, certainly was a lot of fun. I think I'm going to use this page. We'll see if it's going to work. In Lindsay, we're riches. I guess I don't know Lindsay. I'll have to look her up. We, of course, had gone to the RV show, and then we went to my sister's in New York, and I created a brand new swimming pool in her yard. Oh, she's the frugal crafter. Oh, okay. Yes, I'm on her channel. I just didn't realize that was her last name. It rained and rained and rained while we were in New York, and I accidentally backed the camper off the driveway and sunk it. I got it out real fast, but only because Jeff was yelling at me. The yard was just soaking wet. New York has had a tremendous amount of rain. And it was, hi, Brittany. How are you, and how's the baby? Yeah, Kathy, if I'd have had to call a wrecker, I had a really bad I had a really bad month with the camper. We had been in Maine, and we went to New Hampshire. Now, we closed the campground that we were in Maine because they were closing the day after we left. The one we went to in New Hampshire, we stayed for like 3 days, and then they closed that one. And then we went on to, just a minute, I'll remember what place it is in Burlington, Vermont. Yeah, I thought she was like 7, like getting up there. Excuse me just a minute. I need to find out what this is about. Okay, nothing important. Well, I'm glad that she's doing good. Anyway, anyways, when we left New Hampshire, it was pouring rain. And when we got to Burlington, I opened a slide and didn't realize it because I thought it was just the slide doing its funny thing. And I yanked a slide awning right off the wall of the outside of the camper. I mean, yanked the bracket off and everything. So, and then we stopped to get it fixed in Red Bay on the way home, and they didn't have a new one. So we're kind of got a problem there, but we'll figure it out. Jeff put it back together enough that we could get home, but it's not something that we can ignore for too long. So while we were in Burlington, a young girl hit us in town. We were stopped at a stop sign, and she apparently thought her phone was more important than driving, and smashed right into us. Didn't hurt us at all, but her daddy's Mercedes has a big hole in the front of it. So I am sure he wasn't pleased. She hit the trailer hitch, and the tire smashed the top of her car, and then the trailer hitch went through her car. So we were fine, but her car wasn't. So maybe she'll learn not to. I am liking this. Don't know what it needs. It needs words for one thing. Not sure what else it needs. Anyways, it was interesting. We had some interesting times while we were gone. Did a fair amount of shopping. We did some Jeep trails. Yeah, I don't like that either. Thanks, Sherry. I'm liking it. I just have to figure out it's. I think it's still missing something. So, but it needs some words. So we need to find some words. Let's see. I put words in here. Can't remember. It's been a while since I. Well, Jeffrey promised he wouldn't make a lot of noise, but he's making noise. He wants blackout shades in the bedroom, so he's doing that today. It's raining, so he can't. He wanted to do yard work, and of course it's raining, so he can't do that. Okay, there's no words in there. I'll have to find it. You know, Julie, it should be against the law everywhere, and I'm not sure but what it isn't. She just definitely was on her phone. If she had damaged our car, we would have had to call somebody, but she did way more damage to her own car than she did to ours. That is one nice thing about driving a steel reinforced bumper Jeep. It'd be pretty hard to hurt Jeffrey's Jeep. That, and we don't. we don't worry about it terribly, because if he did, all the scratches he gets when he goes down a trail and stuff like that would be an issue. So, sorry, brain fog there. Um, we have a friend who lost their son to a text message, so we don't touch our phones when we're driving. Um, Neither one of our cars have the stuff in them. We drive old cars, so we don't have. Sorry about the dryer. It's just one of those things. I'm still trying to catch up. Um, I'm just looking for a word, guys. I'm not finding exactly what I want. So, uh, yeah, no Bluetooth. No, yeah, okay, my car, 1993 is what my car is. My truck is a 2001. Jeff's Jeep is a 2001. Uh, the motorhome's the newest thing we have, so we just don't have that kind of stuff in our cars. So we just don't touch the, the phones if we're driving. Hmm. Why can't I find a word? Sorry, I didn't realize I was off camera. Okay, I think I've decided what I'm going to do. Anyways, so while we were gone off, we went to my sister's twice because we knew after we had been to Maine and New Hampshire and Vermont that on the way back we would be hitting Stephanie's right about the same time as the Sheep and Wool Festival, which is in, oh, what town is that? It's in the Hudson Valley. And so we went back specifically to go to the Sheep and Wool Festival with Stephanie and had a good time. So we were there for 2 weekends. and the better part of a week ahead of time. Um, Plus, we did the big, huge RV show that was in Hershey, Pennsylvania. That was fun. It was exhausting. I have never climbed so many stairs in my lifetime. To get to the floor of the arena. You like my choice? Okay, I do not know why the autofocus is bleeping in and out. I am sorry. There, I think I've got it sorted now. I hope. Um, but climbing up and down the stairs of the arena was just literally exhausting. By the time we got done, I was done in. Um, and of course, it's a huge, huge hockey arena, so you're just everywhere, and then there's all the outside vendors and classes, and I was tired when we got done. So it was good though. We really enjoyed ourselves. Hopefully that silly dryer is done now. I don't know why it keeps going off, but and Maine was the colors, the colors in the trees. It was amazing. We went on 2 different times in New Hampshire. We went on drives that had multiple, what do I want to call them? Just a minute, I'll remember. Waterfalls and covered bridges. So we went on a lot of drives that had waterfalls and covered bridges, which was a lot of fun. Now those were mostly drives. We would get out and hike to some of the waterfalls. The covered bridges you'd just sort of drive up to and park, and some of them are still in use, some of them are not. There's a real famous highway in southern New Hampshire, begins with a K, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's near Mount Washington, I think. Cardstock cutlery pockets you get at restaurants and made things with them. Julie, I have been collecting the cutlery bags, but our restaurants don't use cardstock ones. They use a skinny white paper bag most of the time. And I have been collecting them because I want to do a journal with them. And I hope that thing goes away. There we go. Ours are just not cardstock. They're just they're like a paper bag. But I have been collecting them for a while because I would really like to do a little journal with them. I think they would be fun because I think you could put pockets in it and all kinds of things. See, and I don't think I have seen anything like that in cardstock in any of our restaurants. Maybe we just don't eat in good enough restaurants, classy enough restaurants. Joyce is here. Hi, Joyce. Guys, if there's anybody I missed, hello, and I'm glad you're all here. This is the absolute worst washi tape as far as sticking. It doesn't stick to itself. It doesn't stick to anything else. Of course, it'll stick to something I don't want it to just because I said that. Mostly the workers' clubs. Or RSL clubs. Okay. Anyways, Julie, I'd love to see what you do with them. There sounds like they would be interesting to do something with. I could see a nice tag journal or something. Uh-oh, Sharon, have you not been feeling well? At least we didn't come home sick. We didn't have Thanksgiving here because Mom was sick. We had some friends we met while we were on our trip come in, and they came over Wednesday, and we just visited all afternoon. And oh dear, Sharon, I'm so sorry. Oh goody, I'm getting a new light in my laundry room. Did you have two of the things to do it with though?
No, the old fitting out there, the ground piece on it broke off. It was so corroded, so I got to get
A whole new
piece to
thing.
it.
Okay. He only had one. I thought he was going to put his up in the shop, and then he told me he had an extra light, and he was going to have to get another piece. Well, pockets or sleeves, it doesn't really matter. Sharon, I hope it goes away soon, but I know that when you get that cough, it's really hard to get rid of. It does seems like it doesn't want to get out. Okay. I'm going to put that right there, and this right there. And I'm not sure, but I think, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll tell him you said hi when he comes back out of the laundry room. He closed the door because he's going to make noise. When we had to take the wash machine apart, and we were fighting with the wash machine. I mean, we fought with the sucker for 4 days, hoping that it was just an issue. See, we unplug everything when we get ready to leave, and we thought maybe it had just freaked out the computer because wash machines are all computerized anymore. So we fought with it and fought with it before we really kind of figured out that it was the drain pump. Anyways, it was dark in there, so he's having to try to work in the laundry room in the dark. So this morning he told me he had an extra. It's a LED shop light, like I have up. I have one of them up here, and he said he had an extra one, so he's gonna put it in. I can't believe how easy this page came together. I'm kind of surprised. Mostly just junk out of my little basket of trash. Yay! You like it? I like how it came out. Now I need to put the date on it, right? November 26th. '23. Thanks, Julie. Why am I getting all these messages? The other thing is my mother's phone is doing. Um, Give me just a second. I got to answer my kid something, okay? Um, okay. Sorry, when your kid messages you got to answer them. Like to make a page is above my pay grade. Above your pay grade. I don't believe that, Barbara, but that's, I will I will, giggle at with you and say, "Oh, okay," but I don't believe you, just so you know. I think this and this needs to be used on a page together. Somehow, I need to use that. But maybe another day, not today. I don't know what else I'm going to do, but we'll see. Okay, we'll put that in there. We can put that in there. But I'm pleased with how it came out. I mean, yep, like that. Okay, what shall we do next? Let's see. I gotta stand up to look. I'll be right back, guys. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe I should work on this, seeing as how as soon as I can get my postcards from Mom, I need to make them. This is from last spring, so I think maybe I should go ahead and motorhome parked in the background. It's going to be a drawn picture of you returning with your arms loaded with packages. Oh yes. Yeah, there was a lot of packages. Um make tabs of paper clip things with the fabric strips. Yep, I could. Turning with my arms loaded with packages. Yeah. Well, that's all right that you take liberties with everything. You know what? Before I do this, you see this paper right here? I think I'll turn it into a little notebook. That will be, um, if I turn this into some kind of little notebook, then maybe two little notebooks, maybe one, maybe two. Let's fold them in half and see how they fold.
Just a second.
Yeah, what you need.
I just need where to place this.
Okay. I'll be right back, guys. He needs me. They said hi, by the way.
Yes. Back here or back here?
I would say, okay, first off, how long is the cord? Or it's plenty long enough.
Plenty long enough.
Okay. No, come this way. Because I need it more over here. Yep, right there. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that would be good. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, guys. The question was, where did I want the light? Um, I like that you've taken liberties with everything. I have to tell you, I took 2 empty totes. Okay? 2 big totes, empty totes. I filled them up on one Saturday, both of them. But in the process of traveling, I found an empty drawer. Jeff thought it was mine. I thought it was his. It was a whole empty drawer. I filled that up too. And then the second weekend I was at Stephanie's, she gave me another smaller tote with some stuff in it, and I managed to fill that up. Uh huh. Yes. Uh huh. I was very, very bad. I was bad. I was very, very, very bad. Almost as bad as this spring when we were in Omaha. Almost. Not quite as bad, but almost as bad as the spring. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these, because if I fold them, then I'll know how big to make the cover. Now, I will say that the Dollar Tree haul was from all over the place. Uh, besides the poodle noodles, we've also been looking for a specific um, container that I got like 3 of, and then when I went back to buy, did I say I wasn't going to buy anything this time? I tried. I tried not to buy anything. It doesn't work. I don't know why it is. It doesn't work. You know, that's what rainy days are for, right? Shopping. Now, I will tell you, we were in, lots and lots of touristy places. Oh, I got a new jacket while we were in Bar Harbor. I got a new jacket. It was the end of the season, and one of the stores had all of their stuffs on sale, of course. And it's like it's not it's not as heavy as a sweatshirt. It's a zip up jacket, big enough to go over lots of sweatshirts and stuff. So it works really well. I really like it. I paid all of $10 for it, so Yep, I'm like a child in a lolly shop. Can't stop. That's right. Uh-huh. Okay, so I think maybe we need to make 2 of these. Because it looks like there's too many pages for one. Okay. Well, maybe we should count. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 8 and 8. How about that? Okay, so now I have these two little pages of things. Let's find what we've got in the way of scrap here. What is big enough? That's not heavy enough. That's heavy enough. That's heavy enough. Ooh, so are these. Is this big enough? Tall enough? That's going to work perfectly. Let's do that. Okay, let's do that. We'll get back in here in a minute. Okay. Okay. All right. They are 3.5 by probably 2 3/4. And 2 3/4. Is it 5 1/4? 5 1/4. Maybe 5 3/8. 3.5 by 5 3/8. But you're right, Julie. Absolutely can't stop myself. Jeff got some fun things too, though. He did. We did have fun. We had lots and lots of fun. Thank you, hon.
There's only one problem.
What?
Now you can see what spaces you have.
Okay. All right, guys. Did you hear what he said? That now that he's put light in my space, I can see what space I have left to fill. Not the mess that's all over everywhere, but I can see spaces so that I can fill them. That was his. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah. He would figure that out, wouldn't he? Okay. What did I say? 5 3/8. Is that what I said? 5 3/8.
I just got to get a couple of horseshoe nails to put the wire up against the frame.
Okay. I don't have any horseshoe nails, so can't help you there. Did I just do that wrong? Okay. Oh, I gotta cut this to 3.5. Okay, that looks a little fun little thing for when I get a chance. Okay, let's see here. Is this right? Okay. Okay. It works. Now my question is, maybe I should just use that piece right there. Except it's shiny, and I don't really like the shiny. No, I think I'll cut it off then. Okay, so that's not straight right there for some reason. I just cut it crooked? I did. Good grief. Gone for a couple of months and I can't cut a straight line. So, yes, Jeffrey fusses about all my stuff that I buy, but you know what? He doesn't really care. He just fusses to be silly. Okay. We'll put that one back in the cupboard. We might need it for another time. Okay, now which one is the straight edge here? Guess it's pretty straight. 3.5. 3.5. Okay. Found a roll of green craft paper that's craft color on the other side. Yeah, that green paper Lisa has is really pretty. I've been to the paint shop and that's not what they have. That is definitely not what they have here. So, okay, we're going to fold one that's green and one that's brown, just because. You're going to hammer. He's going to hammer now. Auto craft paper. Okay. All right, we're going to, let's not do that way. Let's do this way. We got to round the corners because, you know, we just got them. Okay. Do we think we can do this all at once? We'll see. Yep. I love this thing. I love this thing. I love this thing. Just so you know, that's 8 sheets of paper. Yeah, he's pounding. It's raining outside, so we can't work in the yard. It will make it easier to clean up my laundry room. My laundry room is like my storage room too. So besides the studio, I have the laundry room to pile my junk in. Okay. Okay, so we have these like that. Now we need to decorate them, right? Okay, let's decorate them. Let's decorate the covers before we put the pages in. That's really helpful to have it in there. Yep. You can't hit it just once, right? Okay, let's see what's in here. What's in here? Because this is really earthy toned and, you know. Oh, there's a piece of that green paper that you're talking about, Julie. Lisa sent me some. I think I have another bigger piece somewhere, but this is the one piece I know I have. Oh, there's a neat piece. There's some of that. Ooh, here's a cool piece of something. Maybe we can cut out. Oh, that would be cool. We can cut something of that. I'm just pulling out anything that's kind of on that same tone. I love these little pokey holes. photo paper. I don't know who shoots the regular paper, but I keep it packaged with it. Um, I've I've gotten a bunch of photo paper at thrift stores that is really nice because I use it. Oh, I don't know about that green. We'll have to see. I like to use it to make postcards on, and it's already cut to the size I need. Is why I like it. Ooh, there's a neat, cool piece of things. Okay, let's see if we can do something with those. Oh, here's another good piece. Oh. Okay, so we have this one and this one. Really kind of like this on there. My tear ruler. Uh-oh, knocked the cardboard over. I probably didn't, Julie. Believe it or not, we were without cell service quite a bit while we were in Maine. Um, that a lot of the area we were in had no service whatsoever. Um, oh, that's pretty, Julie. Those are distress stains. Okay. Did it dry and stay on? That was glossy paper? Started off using a fake fern. These are pretty. Did you guys see these? I'm sure she posted them. Just she probably posted them when I wasn't, when I didn't see things. Yes, it is permanent when used on photo paper. Oh, oh, that's really cool. I have to write myself a note because I want to play with that. That's really cool. I, of course, love the ferns. You know that, right? The next photo, you mean the second one in the yes, this one? Yeah, that's gorgeous. That's absolutely beautiful. And I've got some big photo paper um, from back in the day. That would be fun. Hmm. Hmm. Louise Hensel has a video on it. She used matte photo paper, and at the time you didn't have any, so you experimented. Okay. I am subscribed to her channel, but like I said, I have not been watching videos or doing anything online to speak of. Um, so I'm just glad to be here to play with you guys right now. Um, we were also in places where we didn't even have a TV signal, which is not normal. Most of the time, there's at least a TV signal for Jeffrey to watch, a little bit of TV. Not good TV, but, some TV. I can't tear this. There's not enough of it. I'm just kind of roughing up the edge so that I can make it look a little more torn. Gotta get some coffee. Okay. Oh, Barbara's done with her picture. Now we get to find out what she is going to do with it. Okay. Don't like that exactly. Okay, kind of like that. Okay, let's. That green was a little too bright. Just a little too bright. Got to think of something to write on it, Barbara says. So. I started to tell you, Lisa took Hannah off on a little excursion, and she's driving back today. She should be back this evening if all goes well and there's not a lot of weather or traffic. Hopefully Thursday we will get to stream together. I've talked to her a couple of times, but I haven't had a chance to. We just haven't had a chance to stream. She had hoped I could, but it just wasn't going to work. I had so much to do. Wonder if there's a fabric dye powder that is walnut color. I'm sure there is. How much fabric are you going to want to dye, Julie? You know, I just realized you could see better if I brought you in a little closer. I think this needs a word of some sort. To make your own walnut ink spray. Oh. Well, there's a company. I don't know, but you might be able. Well, and I don't know if they would ship to you. That's the other thing. Just a minute. Let me look up the company. Just a minute. Okay. Dharma Trading Company. DARMA Trading Company. Uh-oh. Well, why didn't it go to the thing where I want to type? DARMA. Dharma AD Trading Company. Okay. I have no idea if they have it or not because, you know, I haven't looked for it. But walnut crystals. Okay. You know what? There were little flowers in here. Little flowers. It needs a bead in the middle of it though, so I gotta go get a bead. I'll be right back, okay? Anyways, Dharma Trading Company would be someplace I would look because they have odd things and they very well could have what you're after. Sorry, I kept picking the wrong drawer. Oh, okay. Um, back when I used to dye fabric and stuff like that. I bought dyes and things from Dharma. Um, it's been a while, and I don't know that they have what you need, but it's worth a look. They also carry silk fabrics and things like that. So, okay, that needs to be squashed better than it is. What do I have I can squash it with? Okay. All right. Coffee. Yeah, that's I will tell you that one of the things I brought home with me from my sisters is a bag of walnut husks, dried out and ready to use as dye. Um, Steph does eco dyeing like I do. She didn't used to, but she does now. And black walnuts grow up there where she is at, and so she saved them for me. Okay, there we go. That is that. Now it needs a word. It really needs a word. So I think it's going to be cute. I think it'll be very cute, but I think it needs a word on it. Um, oh, that's good. And so the adventure begins. I think that's cute. I think that will be good. Let's just leave these words out for the other one because, we'll have to do the other one in a minute. Oh. Thanks, Sherry. And so, okay. Oh, the little metal flowers? Yep. I have those from back when I made kits and things to go with my beads, out of my beads, that kind of thing. Barbara's got a spray bottle of instant coffee. I have coffee in my fridge in a juice jar, and Jeffrey almost drank some out of. He thought it was juice the other day. Okay, so the adventure begins. Okay, now That I will have to stitch in my pages in a minute. Let's do this one. Now let's put these out of the way over here. See what we can come up with for this one. I think it came out cute, and we used up our scrap paper that was on the table, and we made a cute little book. Now then. I don't know. That doesn't intrigue me right this minute. So think about that. Kind of like this thing. They have natural dye powdered extracts, and one of the colors is walnut hulls. I suspect shipping costs and exchange rate would literally double the price, though. Very likely, Julie. Um, the only way you can find out is to message them and ask them. Well, thank you, Kathy. I've missed being here. I really have missed being here. Okay, let's see what happens if we fold that up a little. Just because, you know, we can. I don't know. Maybe I don't like that. I don't know if I don't like that or just what. I don't like that at all. I saw oh, that might be no, wrong color. Didn't I see a piece of paper lace in here? Get in there. Oh, look, there's a couple of little leaves. I thought I was sure I had, when I was digging through here earlier, thought there was a piece of paper doily. Of course, you know, that's what I thought. That doesn't mean it is. Huh. Well, fudgy. It's hiding. That's right, Kathy. It's hiding. That green with the browns had a woodsy feel. Yes, it did have a very woodsy feel. Well, and bother if I can find it. So I don't know. Oh, I wonder if it's in the drawer. if that's where it's at, if it's in my scrap drawer. Ta-da! Yes, it is. Not that I'm going to use it for sure, but I'm just looking to see if there's something else in here that I might want to stick on there. Oh, I don't see anything. Maybe that. Maybe we'll do something with that. I don't really like the lace. Ollie, oxen free. Come on, wherever you are. That's right. It's in the other basket. That's right, Sharon. The other basket. It's in the drawer. Um, 28 seems expensive. Oh, that's almost half a kilo. Hmm. How many grams in a pound? That must be what Kathy answered. 454. 28. I'm not sure. You guys will have to look it up because that's not one of those things I can ever figure out. Okay. I like the idea of a more woodsy piece. And these can be made a different color. Okay, kind of like that. Hmm. Hmm. Ooh, ouch. Around $100. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It might be worth buying the regular spray ink, Julie, if it's any less expensive. What about, wait a minute. What about, just a minute. Let me think. Um, Give me a minute to look at something, Julie. What about something like, where's it at? Oh, there we go. Ink for this. Fountain pen ink. What about fountain pen ink? Is there a company that makes a walnut fountain pen ink that would make it more reasonable for you to just turn that into ink? Okay, what do I want to do? I think that's the color I want right there. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. Okay. Try jet pens. Yeah, the thing of it is jet pens is also a US based company, isn't it, Sharon? Which means that her shipping would be just as bad. Kind of don't like that. If you have sepia acrylic ink, add a little black to it and darken it up. Bought a pigment powder from the art supply shop and the grains don't dissolve. Ooh. Yeah, pigment powder. Yeah, it's Pearlex is if you don't have that gum arabic stuff, it does not dissolve. It doesn't really ever dissolve, really. Okay, that's more like it. But I think I don't like this piece. Okay. Okay. Let's see about this here. Nope. Needs to be shorter. Okay. And then this piece. Nope. Sorry, guys. I got to answer this. Um, it figures today, just because my phone would just do that thing. If it's going to do it, it's going to do it today, right? Okay, where does this come in? It goes like that, and I like it better that way. Nope. I like it better this way. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I have to find the right thing. This one. Thanks, Barbara. By the way, Barbara, um, Lisa and I do want to do a jelly plate day, so I didn't want to do it today because she's not here. I also have some stuff I really need to finish. uh, you know, just like what I pulled out and then I didn't do it. Um, I need to accomplish finishing up some projects. Hi, Rhonda. She said, "Oops, that's all right that you texted me. I have been texted a whole bunch of times today. My son texted me. He never texts me, um, but we're having issues with his grandmother. So he, I don't know what the deal is with my mom and her phone, but she keeps turning the ringer off, and so then everybody messages me. Thanksgiving Day, nobody could get hold of her. So, everybody and their brothers calling her because it's a holiday. And, of course, she's been in isolation because of COVID. So uh, that's not helping. And I finally, Friday, I called the main office where she lives, and I asked them to go down and tell her that she turned the ringer off on her phone. So she called me instead, and I said, "You've got to turn the ringer on your phone." My sister messaged me yesterday, and I haven't been able to get a hold of her again for 2 days. So, it's like, I, I don't know what the deal is. Anyways, my kidlet messaged to ask about it. So, yay, Jelly Plate Day coming soon. But no, Rhonda, I have not been able to find anything. I did buy something while I was on my trip, hoping that it would work. It doesn't work. So, just one more thing that didn't work. Um, but I haven't found anything. Now, I also haven't tried very hard, just FYI, because uh, I just have just not had time to really really look. However, I did get a couple more Rolodexes. One of these days, I'm gonna do a Rolodex project. Okay. Now we need some words, and that seems to be a little lacking. So, you have something for me? Well, I'll text you after I get off of here. I'm going to get off in a little while, anyways, because I have so much else to do. And I've been on here almost 2 hours. As soon as I finish these little books, I've been making, I had some scrap paper, and so I made some little books. As soon as I, whatchamacallit, I'm going to get off. But this needs something. It still needs something. So we need some words. Dylan fabric dye has espresso brown. Okay, there you go. Um, how has everyone? Have you been, Rhonda? Never have too much happy. What did I just put on the last one? And so the adventure begins. Okay, let's see. Ha! Okay. How about just stuff? No, I was thinking about artful, creative stuff. How about that? Okay, now then, these are very bright white, and I don't like that. So, where's our... No, we don't want that one. We want the coffee one. I'm just dulling them down a little bit. I had some of cuts of paper that I had left over from making a UD planner and bound them into a little spiral bound tablet to use as scrap pad use. Yeah, bind all machines would be fun. I don't have one, but that I have a couple of different kinds of punches, but I always tend to sew them instead. It's just one of those things. Crazy busy at work. AJ daughters in FFA, drama and marching band. That equals a lot of running around. Artful, creative stuff is good. Good. Creatively working on journals, Advent gifts, cards, Christmas ornaments. Um, okay, so we're going to do artful, creative stuff. Okay, but you know what I think I'd do? I think I will put them on there and then go back around them with my Stabilo. That's what I'm just telling hubby this morning that I need to start making Christmas cards. We'll see. I don't think Christmas cards are in my there's a point where I have to say I don't have time to do something, and making Christmas cards is one of them. I used to do that, but it just is one of those things. I don't need to add to my stress level. I don't know what Jeff has decided about whether or not we're going to have to go back to North Alabama. Because, like I said, they did not have the awning we needed to get fixed. So we couldn't get it fixed while we were there. And did I get that down crooked? Yep, and it's down, so it's down crooked. I like to do some bindings if I'm making a journal book, but for scrap pads, yeah. I have so many scrap pads that it's very unusual that I okay. I'm a liking this. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, do I have one? Yeah, this one will do. I think my my good water brush is in my stuff that came in from the camper. Okay, I think we are ready to bind them. Yep. And I think I'm going to be bloody lazy and just put one hole in the middle. That ought to do. Okay. Where is my book? Oh, I have to clean up. Oh, I have to clean up again. Oh, dear. No, that's not the right book. Okay. There's that. And I need this. It makes the cold season go faster. Between the cards and Carve December and Christmas journal and decorating, Christmas prep, it's been. Somebody asked Jeffrey, must have been his friend that we sometimes play dominoes with. He was on the phone and something was said about a Christmas tree. And Jeff said, well, we haven't put up a Christmas tree since Brandon left home. Because we haven't. It's one of those things we just don't do anymore. I don't even own a Christmas tree anymore. And we don't do a real one. I have a shoebox somewhere with some, special ornaments, things that Brandon made when he was little, or I have a little box of these choir singers that were hung on our tree when I was little. Got some stamps to carve during Carve December. Are you going to be carving some? I gotta see this. Haven't decided what. One hole. Oh, you've never done one with just one hole, Kathy? Okay, let me get in closer. Just a minute. Let me get as close as I can so you can see, because this is really easy. Wait a minute. I gotta find the thing. All right. I don't know that I will be doing Carve December. We might carve, but I don't think I'm going to try to do a whole month of carving. I have plenty of blocks of stuff to carve with, so it wouldn't be hard. So okay, let's set this aside for the time being. Okay. Santa doesn't have a Christmas tree. My heart is broken. You do realize that Santa has so much to do in December that getting a Christmas tree is something else. Okay. But no, we don't have a Christmas tree. We for years, when we lived in South Dakota and Brandon lived in Omaha, we went to Omaha and stayed in a hotel so that we could spend our time with Brandon. And so there was no reason to put up a tree. Yeah, Barbara, I just don't know that I'm gonna try to fuss with it. Okay, so just a minute. Let me think about what I'm doing here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go in from the outside. See, outside. Wrap it around. Just a minute. Let me flip it over so you can see it. Go all the way down. I didn't pull this down far enough. All the way down to the bottom. Wrap it around and come back out the hole. Okay. I should have made longer strings. Don't ask me why I didn't, because I usually do. Okay, so now these two strings, you need to make sure that one is on each side of this long thread, right? So we have a short thread, and a long thread. Got that, Kathy? Okay, and because of that, what we're going to do is we're going to tie the knot around that thread because one is now on each side of it. And I should have had longer threads. It's just hard when they're short. I don't like short threads. Okay, and I usually tuck this one under. I'm trying to keep my hands out of it so you can see. I tuck that one under there, and then I take this one and I push it back to the other side so that they're on opposite sides from one another again, and tie the knot a couple more times. Ta-da! Does that make sense? Yeah, for little books, it works real well. Now, for some unknown reason, I did the little knot on the outside, kind of because I like it. Tell you what, let's do the other one. I have another way you can do it with just one hole. And well, we'll do it over here because then we'll make a little bookmark. I'll show you. I am really happy with how that came out. That came out really cute. For scrap, this all came out of my scrap bin, and this was scrap from something I was cutting off. So, okay, so we got to punch a hole. Okay, this time though, let's make sure our string is longer. We're going to go, we need 1, 2, but we need some extra. It's easier to cut it off than it is to try to add it back on. Okay, so it's always best if you thread your needle first, just FYI, because that way you don't have to let go of your book when you're binding it. Okay, so we're going to do one hole in this one. Okay, now this time we're going to change where we tie it. So we're not going to do a long string. We're going to put this through from here. Okay. And we're going to leave a pretty long piece up here. Okay. Then we're going to wrap around the bottom and go back through the hole the same direction. Does that make sense? And we're going to come out on the outside. Okay. And so now we're going to tie this up here. Okay, we got 2 nice long cords. So I went through there, wrapped it around the bottom, and now make sure you do this at the top. You don't want these strings to be at the bottom of your book. Okay, and we need to pull it a little bit because, you know. Okay. And we're going to tie the knot right here at the top of the book. Okay. Now you notice I made these cords long enough so that they can go down in the book. Like so. Now we're going to, I think I'll make them, I need to make them even before I start to put some beads on it. And I had some beads that matched. Let's see here though. We need to, I probably need to put a knot right here. And I'm just stringing beads on the 2 separate ones just to, you know, to make it easier to tie. Whoa, that was not good. Yeah. Sorry guys, my eyes are getting tired. I'm having a lot of trouble with my eyes, so it's just one of those things. Okay, did I get that knot far enough down so that when it goes in? No. Shoot. Okay. Okay, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. For dangles or bookmark, yeah. That's, you could make it a dangle. You could make it. I'm making it a bookmark this time, but I should have cut myself even longer strings just simply because I'm having a little trouble getting it moved here. Okay. What happened was is where I tied the knot. It's inside the book a little bit, so I'm going to tie a knot further down so that my dangles are at the bottom. It's just, yeah, you know, it isn't necessary, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so the original knot is in the way. That's the deal. Ugh. It's just one of those afternoons, you know. Okay, so now we're going to slide that down there. Okay, so now my dangle hangs right at the bottom, so it's like a little bookmark. Ta-da! So now for little books, one hole works great. You can tie at the top with a 5 hole or a 3 hole. A lot of times I use 5 holes. Honestly, if it's long, I like to use 5 holes instead of three, just because then I don't get such long pieces of thread in the inside. But when it's tiny, one just works perfectly. So didn't accomplish much today, but we got a few things, done. I like these little books. I think they came out cute. And then I really like how my page came out too. So anyways, guys, it's been 2.5 hours almost. I'm kind of done in. So I think I'm gonna say bye. Hopefully Lisa and I will be streaming Thursday. I don't want to make any guarantees with the way things are going around here. Um, Hopefully we have managed to fix most things. Mom is better. I I think tomorrow is when they retest her to see. I'm hoping she's better because Wednesday she has her eye appointment, and going without that is going to be very difficult. So I'm hoping she's better. I just hope that she tests negative because if she tests positive again, we can't take her out. But that really won't make a difference as far as Thursday goes. It just depends on how strained things are. So posted. Okay, Barbara posted her little book page. Yay! And I have to play with Julie's project and that the distress uh, sprays. So, anyways, guys, I love you all, and I'm so glad that I'm home and you guys came to play with me. And I'll see you all later. For now, go have fun, make some art. Bye bye.